Hey everyone, welcome back to Emlyn in the Mix. Tonight we're going to be looking at Captain plugins. What are Captain plugins? Why am I even talking about a Captain and a plugin? How does that even go together? Stick around because they're very cool. These plugins basically help you make the song. They actually help you with melody, they help you with chords, and now, just recently released, only yesterday, they help you with beats. And this beat player, Captain Beats, is actually a beat player to be reckoned with. So definitely stick around, check it out till the end. We're gonna make a whole track using Captain plugins. Also guys, don't forget, if you haven't entered already, you can win this. It's an SE Electronics complete microphone bundle. It includes the pop filter, a noise cancellation shield, and a professional SE Electronics condenser microphone. Enter to win. The giveaway link will be in the comment section below. You've got about 20 days left, so get stuck into it. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get stuck in tonight's episode with Captain plugins. Boom! Alright, so for tonight's episode, we're going to start off with Captain Chords. So you could start off in any way you wanted to. You could start with the Captain Beats. You could start with Captain Melody if that's your thing. But for me, I like to get the structure of the song down first. And I just want to show you how awesome this Captain Chords actually is. So I've got Captain Chords here. We're going to actually select that there. And then when you open it, you're greeted with what key you want to have it in and what scale it should be. So you can randomize it here as well. You can just click randomize and it's randomized it for us. It's put it in the key of E and it is a Phrygian. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know how to pronounce it. Phrygian scale. Let's have a listen to what we have so far. I mean, it's just one chord at the moment. Alright, nothing interesting so far. Now this is where things do start to spice up a little bit. So we want to have a chord progression for our song, right? So let's hit the plus button here. And it's going to copy the same chord for the chord progression. Okay, but this is where we can mix things up. So why don't we go F major? It's all going to be in the same scale. Alright, so now we've got a bit of a chord progression going. But let's go. I want to go at least 4 bars with my chord progression. So we hit plus again, and it's gone back to our original E key here. Alright, cool, so that seems alright. So why don't we mess with this one here. All you have to do is select it and we can just choose one at random here. Now personally I don't know that much about chords, to be honest, and these Roman numerals really mean nothing to me. I didn't do music theory or anything like that. I just know what sounds good, and if it's all in the key and it's all in the same scale, it should work, right? Well, it will, and that's what's amazing about Captain Chords. So check this out. Alright, so we're 3 bars deep. I want to go another bar, so let's add another chord. And it's taking us back to our original chord. Let's chuck on a D minor here. Let's check that out. And it's all in the same scale. It will work. So there you have it, guys. That is our chord progression. We're not going to mess too much with that. That works really well. So what else can you do? Let's change the rhythm. So over in this left section here, you can change the rhythm. And you can actually click on it, it'll come up with a bunch of presets. So let's just choose one, 4th missing. We'll keep going through until we find one we like. Actually, I really like the French one. It's cool. It sounds like early 90s house. Cool, and then we can add things like space. And you can add this feature called strum, which actually what it does is it sort of creates almost like you're strumming a guitar, so like not all the notes are hitting at the same time. It's kind of nice actually. So you get something really interesting that you might not have ever have come up with had you tried to play this yourself. Add a bit of swing. Okay, so that seems pretty cool. So why don't we actually change the sound? I'm not really enjoying that sound. So, well, here you go. You got a whole bunch of presets. Boom! Check that out. Keys, guitar, you name it. What do we want? Let's do... We're in the 90s house realm. Why don't we just do something in that area? So why don't we do this? Saw lead. Boom. Boom, you want a saw lead? Boom! And the presets actually aren't that half bad. Considering this isn't really a soft synth, well, it kind of is, but I mean, it's more aimed towards helping you with chord progression. It's quite amazing. Some of the presets I was quite impressed with when I checked this out. I don't mind this. I mean, this is kind of airy and fairy. We could build on this, so yeah, that's cool. Now you can add reverb, add some reverb, add a filter, high pass filter, low pass filter, bit of delay. Alright, so you've seen how easy it is to make a chord progression. Some of the other features in Captain Chords is up the top here. You have the pre-chorus, so now you can build your pre-chorus just like we built that first verse that we've got there. And then you've got your chorus, which you could build as well. And then, of course, more importantly, the drop, which is so important in today's dance music, that's for sure. For the sake of this video, we are not going to be making a full song. We're just going to make a little loopy thing, just so you can see how well these Captain plugins, I guess the main thing is how well they can strike an idea or light a new idea or get your creative juices flowing. Let's check this out. So we've got our little phrase here. It's pretty cool. I mean, I don't mind it. So now this is where things get interesting. We've got our chord progression. What about our bass? So we've got what's called Captain Deep. So I'll go to my next MIDI track. Let's pop Captain Deep there and I'll show you what happens. So it asks me, do you want to connect this plugin to Captain Chords? And of course we do, because we want the bass line to be going with our chords. So let's have a listen. We press connect. Boom! Already. And actually, besides the rhythm, the bass line's awesome. That rhythm I don't like at all. The rhythms are actually the same as on Captain Chords. So we could actually just choose the French rhythm, seeing as we've got the French rhythm going on the Captain Chords. And essentially, the bass should match. So we have a listen to that. But actually no, I don't like that. So let's just choose a totally different rhythm. Let's go through, let's see what we got. Oh, I like that, that's cool. It's nice. Alright, we'll choose a different preset for the bass because I don't really like the actual sample that's playing, but that rhythm rocks. It's simple and it carries that sort of airy-fairy sort of sound we got going on the other Captain Chords. So let's go through some of the presets on the bass. That's kind of sexy. Oh, I like that. I've just put a bit of low pass filter on it, a little bit of reverb and delay, and it just sounds sweet. Alright, so now, next thing, let's look at Captain Melody. So basically, what we want to do now is we want to create a new MIDI track, Captain Melody. Let's drop a Captain Melody. And Captain Melody is basically going to connect with Captain Chords. And we can just pencil stuff in here. It's going to all be in the same scale. And it's got melody type presets, which work really well. So let's grab a pencil tool here. So it's all in the same scale, okay? And then we can play with it from here. Kind of gives it a bit of an Asian-y vibe. You just can't go wrong because it's in the same scale. I really love Captain Melody actually. At first I was like, oh, this is crap, I'm already good at making melodies, but you can use this tool actually, even if you weren't using Captain Chords and Captain Deep, you could use Captain Melody on your own tracks. As long as you knew what the scale of your song was, you could have this plugin in and you can just literally, you saw how quickly I drew in a melody, and this melody rocks. It works with what I'm writing right now. It all just really works. So let's choose a different preset sound. I mean, the presets aren't that half bad. Okay, so we've seen Captain Chords, we've seen Captain Deep, and we've seen Captain Melody. So now it is time for the big reveal, the brand new Captain Beats, totally underrated. Alright, so I've got Captain Beats hooked up here. I've muted all my other tracks because I just want to show you Captain Beats on its own to begin with, and just how easy and intuitive and really awesome, and I really like it. I've been a massive machine user for years, but I'm really impressed for the first time in a long time, and I've played with a lot of different drum soft synths, and I mean I love Battery 4, there's a whole bunch I really love, but this, for the first time in a long time, I'm really impressed because not only can you, anyway, you're going to see how easy it is to create a beat, but you can see the waveform, which really helps with knowing where the attack, the decay, sustain, just basically where your ADSR is sitting. And that actually, believe it or not, being able to see the waveform really helps. So let's just have a look. Let's see. Alright, so it's done a 4 to the floor, okay? So I can actually obviously change the patterns here. If I click patterns, you got a bunch of different genres and styles. We're in house at the moment, so it's going to add in different patterns and so forth, which are really nice. And then of course you could go, once you find a pattern you like, you could just drive through your drum kits, and there's a bunch of drum kits on here as well. Impressively, you know, there's a real lot. It's impressive. Mind kit. So you're gonna be able to find the sounds you want, right? Alright, so I'm just going through some of the trap styles here. I think that'll work with that little chord and melody and bass we got going. So I'm just playing around with the rhythms, samples we got. Now what you can do then, once you find the perfect kit, you find the perfect pattern, you can then fine tune each individual sound. So as you can see here, I've got the kick highlighted here. I can now go through different kick samples, for example. And you can see the actual waveform changing its shape. Now for a trap song, that really works. And you can also draw in if you like. You can move samples completely. You can just copy stuff, you can delete it, you can... change my sample if I want. There's some really cool and interesting kits on here. Alright, so now let's introduce Captain Chords, Captain Deep, and Captain Melody back into our little drum sort of loop thing we got going here. It's chill. Maybe it does need to be faster. I think 4 to the floor works better with this track. Anyway guys, you kind of get the idea. You can totally build a whole idea from scratch. And you can see I've done it all in that same key and it's worked really well. You know, it isn't that much different to what we've seen in recent times with like Chord Gadget 2, how that all stays in the same scale and key when you're writing a song, and it's fantastic. It works really well. But I think being able to have this ability inside your DAW is definitely going to spark some inspiration and new ideas for songs, and it's really impressive. And I just want to say a big shout out and kudos to the guys at Mixed and Key for producing these Captain plugins. They're really something, and I'm sure that there's going to be some great ideas and music coming out of these plugins. Lastly, before we wrap up the video, I just wanted to show you can actually export MIDI out of these plugins, and you can even import audio into them. We're not going to do that in this video, but I'll just quickly show you how you can export MIDI and just how awesome it is and easy. So for example, if we jump back into Captain Chords, we have a look at Captain Chords here, and if you have a look in the bottom right of the actual plugin, you can see my MIDI file, and literally it's so good. The GUIs fade away when I click it down. This is so cool. I've never seen this before. It's actually very freaking cool. And then I can just drop it into a MIDI track in Ableton Live. That's done, boom. And then I can add whatever, you know, soft synth I want to pop in there. Let's put a Lush 101 because I'm loving Lush 101 at the moment, D16 group, and press play. How good is that? Just how awesome, so easy. And you can do that with all of the Captain plugins. You can export MIDI and you can import audio as well. So like if you wanted to play in your own scale, chords and keys, you can do that straight in them. We'll do that in another video. Thanks so much for joining me tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was the overview of the Captain plugins. And what are my thoughts of it? Well, I think they're kind of ace. I think they could definitely be used for inspiration. I wouldn't say they're going to replace my ability to create music, but they're definitely there for sparking inspiration. So check them out. Massive shout out to the guys at Mix and Key, because this is freaking awesome. And I know they've been promoting it hard, and that's how I found out about them. But they really are cool, and I feel they're probably a little bit underrated, actually. I think that some people might be like, oh, don't need that. But for inspiration and getting ideas down quick, they are a must. So definitely check out the Captain plugins. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining me on Emlyn and Mix. Don't forget to enter that giveaway. The giveaway link's below. If you're still watching this video, you deserve to win. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment section below. Love to hear from you. And until next time, peace out. Boom.